disrespect to other weight classes, but in this 135 pound, 140 pound moving up, these two divisions, a lot of big names, a lot of big money fights. Is it good to? It feels good to be in this division.
Yeah, it feels good to be in this division because, like I said, the 135 division is the best division in the world, biggest names in the world, and when you have not only one country, Australia, behind them, but the whole of Greece as well, and have become a big name around the world. An entertaining fighter, a warrior, people want to watch. People want to say, I want to tune in. And that's what boxing's got to be about. I know so many fights don't happen. We look at Crawford and Spence. Can't make it happen because whatever political side there is, but as well as a zero, who don't want to lose a zero, so it makes it harder.
Is that the biggest fight out there in boxing at the moment?
Look, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis is a great fight as well. I don't know why they need to have tune-up fights. Why not just go straight to it? I never had that tune-up fight when I beat Lopez, straight to the fire. Devin Haney, Lomachenko, all these fights are huge. So, but I just wish boxing was the best fight and the best. And there's enough money to be made for everybody to live. How much money do you need? To be honest, how much money do you really need? Sometimes too much ego is involved in these big fights. But if you really want to make the fight happen, like me and Haney did, you'll make it happen.
You spoke about Gervonta Davis. The deal has been done. Yep. Gervonta Davis will fight. Looks like he'll fight Ryan Garcia April, May next year. He's going to have a tune-up in Washington DC. Let's not worry about that. Your take on Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, that's a great fight. I think Ryan's he's a big lightweight, so I think Tank's he's going to have trouble with the reach, the distance, the speed. But again, we know Gervonta's got that power, that one-punch power, but he's got to be busy. He's got to be, from round one, he can't just sit there and wait like he has in the past with these other guys. So it's a great fight. I'll try to get there and sit ringside and watch that fight as well, if obviously I don't have my big fights lined up already. So I'm excited. As a fight fan, not only as a former world champion and still a massive name in the division, as a fight fan, this is great. I'm proud to see these two, make it happen. And we'll see what happens in that fight.
So much to talk about with the Ferocious brand and that moving forward. Anything in the works that you guys have got for the Ferocious brand in 2023? Yeah, you can let us know about.
We're going to keep pushing, our promotion as well. We've got some good young fighters. There's a lot of young fighters in Australia that don't get an opportunity. They're not aligned with these other big promoters who continuously throw the same, trash at us. Boxing, we don't want to see footy players. We want to see real boxing. I've had to build my name and become the biggest name in Australian boxing through fighting, proper fighting, and the fans respect that. So there's a lot of young talent that don't get the opportunity, and a lot of them that throw it in because they can't make it work, because the money's not there for them. So we want to change that. We want to keep helping, and God willing, 2023, and not only I regain another world title, which I will, we're able to really showcase Ferocious Promotions. We've been involved in two of the biggest in Australian boxing, with our first fight and second fight with Haney in the promotion side. So, we're going to do it again in 2023 and give a platform for these young fighters.
Have you had time to the last sort of 3 weeks? I know you've been training, but to get away with your partner and come up to Queensland, you've got time to think when you're fishing. The last 3 years has been very big for you and your team. We go back to Bay, we go back to Selby, the on and off build up for Lopez, and then obviously the two massive fights. Has it taken it out of you, your body, mentally and physically as well, or you still feel? No, you look fresh.
Look, I'm always fresh. You saw me today. I'm always sharp, fresh. I fought Lopez 12 rounds, war. 12 rounds with Devin Haney in the first fight. Not a complete war, but it's still a 12-round fight. And the second fight with Devin Haney, a 12-round war. 36 rounds with two of the top guys. Two of the four kings, supposedly back in the day they're talking about, within 10 and a half months. It's crazy, that no one does that. Fighters don't do that in this day and age. So, for me, I still feel fresh. Yes, I'm going to continue working on the right things, and obviously there's been some big offers, but I'll fight when I feel ready. But as training and getting better and better, I live in the gym. I love training. I love being in the gym. I love motivating the young talent. I love, inspiring and pushing myself to the limits. So that's the most important thing, and we continue working. But again, Christmas time is coming. I'm not a big eater. I don't drink, so at the end of the day, I'm not going to, blow out. I'm always in fight condition. But as we know, I love fishing, so I will be doing a lot more fishing. And I just bought the jet ski Fish Pro trophy. I'm waiting for it to arrive. Brand spanking new, so I'll be on that along as well.
Last but not least, you spoke about some of the Australian talents coming through. There's a couple of big fights coming up for Australian boxing. Your take on some of the new gurus coming up, and your take on Charlo versus Zoo January the 28th?
Yeah, look, it's a great fight. Zoo's in the same position like I was against Lopez, underdog, going to the backyard, so it's a hard job. But again, I'm sure he's going to be very motivated for this fight, and again, I wish him all the best. I've been there, I've done that, and I'm again trying to regain it 2 times. You have to make it twice, but it's his time now, and let's see what he does. But again, me and Zoo we were close back in the day. Everyone knows that with his team, and obviously we were trained together. I had to move on and do my own thing to reach, where I want to go in boxing. And we fell through, and they've done their thing, I've done my thing. But full respect to him, and I wish him all the best. He can shock the world. It's all about the first early rounds, how he goes in the early rounds, and doesn't get overruled by the situation and the fight. But again, he's coming up against a very good fighter, a very dangerous fighter. So we'll see how he goes.
Do you see some similarities to this fight and the one that you had with Lopez? The difference being Charlo's come off 2 big fights with Castano, who is a tremendous world champion and was a WBO world champion.
Yeah.
Lopez come off the Lomachenko fight. Do you see some similarities there?
Yeah, look, there's obviously similarities. Charlo is a hell of a fighter. It's just, it's a tough test. Like was for me, a tough test, but when you're motivated to do something, when you're hungry to do something, it can be done. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to him. Like I said, he's an Aussie, so I'm going to support him, and obviously we're good friends back in the day, so I'm going to support him.
Fantastic. Mate, all the best. Have a fantastic Christmas, and I take it January, February we'll be gearing up for another big fight, and looking forward to it.
Definitely. Like I said, there's big things in the works already. Big fights. George Kambosos is still a massive name in the world of boxing, biggest name in Australian boxing, and we keep doing our thing, and obviously the fans are going to hear who's next if it all goes to plan.